Hey guys, welcome to the VPC, and today we are discussing the Steam Deck. It's so confusing with the Stream Deck. They really should have thought over the naming, but I get it, Steam, blah blah blah. But the main point of this video is, you know, I'm late to the party, obviously, and I know it was released last week, and I'm making this video about 5 days later. But regardless, I haven't seen any videos made about this topic quite yet, and that would be the implementation, or not implementation per se, but the use of AMD's FSR technology on the Steam Deck itself. And people would look and they would say, well, that's too low of a resolution to use it at, but I'd say it will definitely have its use case. Now, since this technology is open source and can be implemented in any game that a developer chooses to put that into, the possibilities are kind of endless in a way. You know, think of it like, I don't know, Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, Apex Legends, Call of Duty. You know, all of these games could add this technology, and then when the Steam Deck eventually does come out, it could take advantage of that, and by using the software upscaling of AMD FSR, could see super stable frame rates while maintaining good quality in the games. So what I did is I went ahead and I downloaded the demo of Riftbreaker, or the Riftbreaker, which has this technology in it, and I set the native resolution to 720p, and then I compiled you know, the native resolution. I did a recording there, then I went to AMD FSR ultra quality, balanced, and then performance, and I'm gonna put them on the screen shortly here. We're gonna look at the quality as it goes from native all the way down to performance mode, and see the trade-offs you're making in exchange for more FPS, potentially for more demanding AAA titles as they come out in the future that handle this technology too. Okay, so this is native 720p right here, and we can see it looks like a 720p image. You know, it's kind of crisp. There's a little bit of blurriness, especially blown up over a large monitor, but the details are basically there. I can see a little shimmering on some of the grass between the robot's legs, stuff like that, but this is totally playable in its native resolution, and it looks pretty okay. The laser beam, I can see there's like some jittering there. I don't know if that's normal. I should have checked at a higher resolution before making this, but regardless, now we're gonna hop into the ultra quality mode for FSR and compare it to see if we notice any differences. And then at the end of this, I'm gonna have all four of them, or all five per se, kind of around each other, so you can zoom in and see if there's any differences there that you can notice, or I'll have them side by side, I guess. Okay, so this is ultra quality mode, and just from me looking at it, it definitely seems a little blurrier, but it's still definitely something that I would be able to play on look, I think about it, it's a 7-inch screen, so it's not going to be blown up giant like this, the way I'm looking at it now. You might be watching on your phone, so you might have even more of a vision of how it would look compared to the actual Steam Deck. I'm watching on a 27-inch monitor. It just looked a little bit blurrier. I didn't notice much of a difference there. So now let's hop into the quality mode. All right, so this is quality, and compared to ultra quality, let's see. You know, I honestly don't notice much difference between the ultra quality, but it does seem a lot more flickery, if that makes sense to you guys. Like, look around the robot's legs, the grass shards around there are a little bit more flickery as well. It's very blurry, but on a 7-inch display, it might not matter, but you're already getting some major performance gains from the native resolution as well. So think about this in a game like Cyberpunk 2077, where every frame pretty much matters. So let's go ahead and try balanced to see if it drops even lower quality, and kind of compare it then too. Okay, so now we're hopping into balanced, and I can actually definitely see more like artifacting around the little grass patches, and it definitely looks blurry. So I do notice a giant gap between quality and balanced. Yeah, it's really flickery around the legs. and the grass. So I would say balanced is getting towards the area where you're losing a lot of detail in exchange for frames per second, but it would be manageable if you had to and you needed a solid like 60 FPS on a game. I would say balanced is probably the low end of where I would sit. Performance, I don't know how performance is going to look, but let's hop into it now and kind of go from there. I'm curious how this is going to look. All right, so we're into performance mode, and oh my gosh, yeah, this is the bottom of where I would go at 720. I don't know the resolution that it's picking from right now, but it's very blurry and it's very flickery. There you can notice little artifacts around all the minerals, all the grass, the robot especially. You can barely even make out the laser trail because that's so bad. So yeah, if you're aiming for maximum performance on this Steam Deck that's coming out, I would say performance mode is probably where you want to go, but you're not going to have a good time for like little details. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and throw the image up on the screen of all of them. I'm going to probably go native, ultra quality, and balanced right here, to kind of give you a feel of, what they look like comparative to one another. You may have to zoom in if possible. I know it's going to be small on like a phone screen, but if you can, open it up on a bigger monitor to view. And then I'm going to let them play out for a second here to kind of let you guys see, what the differences are, if you can see any. I know you can probably definitely see something like native versus balanced. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put ultra quality, balanced, and performance, and let me know if you notice a difference there as well. I'm not going to keep this one up as long because it's comparing all of them against one another. What I am going to add really quick is performance versus native, and we'll see how that looks, and it's going to look a lot worse, but we're going to compare best versus worst case scenario here. I know I'm probably missing some crazy like comparisons and whatnot. I just wanted to hit the basics so you guys could see, what could potentially be in store with FSR and the Steam Deck that's coming out. So with that being said, I want to say thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I'm a gaming channel primarily, but I wanted to kind of branch out and do something different just because this is really exciting, and this is probably the most excited that I've been for a release in a long time. This is the device that I wish I would have had growing up in middle school, high school, to bring it with me to school and stuff. So I'm really excited for all the kids that get to grow up with this today, and yeah, you guys have it good. All right, thanks guys for joining. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.